Historically, the traditional school system in the United States are comprised of public and private schools. However, in the last 30 years, a different type of school has been emerging: charter schools.
A charter school is an independently operated public school that has the freedom to design classrooms that meet the needs of their students. Charter schools are just another public school option for families.
So, today we are excited to learn about one of Atlanta's finest charter schools.
On this episode of the Caribbean Network.
Take me back to the Caribbean, take me back to the Caribbean, take me back to the Caribbean, take me back to the Caribbean. The place feeling nice and breezy, yeah. The vibes feeling cool and breezy, yeah. I feel a cool breeze, a nice breeze, fresh breeze, Caribbean breeze.
Welcome to the Caribbean Network, where we highlight Caribbean-owned businesses based in the Metro Atlanta area.
We've partnered with Cariblingo Clothing today to bring you this episode.
Today, we have a Caribbean talent, Miss Alaina Chipman-Leeks, founder and executive director of Atlanta Unbound Academy. How are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Good.
Great.
So Alaina, growing up in the Caribbean, my parents echoed the value of having a solid educational foundation. So tell me, what was that like in your household?
Yeah, so I can't say it was like one specific person. So my mother was born and raised in New Orleans. My father was born and raised in the Bahamas, so they met at Dillard in New Orleans.
Oh.
And so it's really like a village. So between my mom's sister in New Orleans, who was a special education teacher, my mother's mother, who was a secretary in a school,
Wow.
my father's mother, who was a teacher as well. My mother opened up her own preschool.
Wow.
And then my father's sister was a vice president of the College of the Bahamas.
So this is your destiny.
Apparently. And so I think I tried to stay away from getting into education. I wanted to be a nurse for the longest.
Right.
And I think it really solidified for me that this was what I wanted to do. Just being able to travel at a very, very young age and seeing the disparities in America that was specific to race, but then in the Caribbean, specifically in the Bahamas, is not necessarily specific to race, but there were a lot of disparities specific to class.
Got it.
And so for me, like my dad kind of raised me and my sister with these two lines that as a child really annoyed me. But today I really get, and those two lines are like, one, your name is all you have, so take care of it. And like, secondly, you can lose every single thing in life, but you will never lose your education.
Oh yeah.
And so I think at a very early age, it was just this village of education is important. It was always celebrated. And my sister and I were just always raised to understand and know that everyone deserves a solid education.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That sounds pretty interesting. Like you
Yeah.
were just in education from the jump.
It's like no getting out of it.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
my mother-in-law is also a retired teacher.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Oh wow.
That is
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting. So Alaina, I know running an educational institution is by far no easy task, right?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Not easy at all.
So tell me how and why you decided to open a charter school, and how did it all come into fruition?
Yeah, so I think for me this has been like officially a 4-year journey. I think unofficially it's probably been the way that I've kind of reflected on my life journey and like experiences. It's probably been destined long before the last 4 years.
Definitely.
But officially, it's been the last 4 years. It's just been a journey and a story of perseverance, really lots and lots of tenacity,
I bet.
faith and courage that this is
Oh, yeah.
actually going to happen. I think for me, one of the things that has really stood out is thinking about, I spoke about like my father earlier, but thinking about just life trajectories and how education truly is the difference between literally life and death.
Oh yeah.
And one of the things that, you know, my father has always just talked about is second chances. And thinking about, for him, he was always that bad boy. And even to this day, people are like, oh my gosh, your dad was such a bad boy. And I'm like, okay.
Don't tell me that.
But I think that story unintentionally has stuck with me and has led me to a place where I've always wanted to create a space where students can feel safe, and safe in terms of emotionally safe, intellectually safe, a space that they can be challenged. And in terms of why a charter school, I believe in options. I believe that everyone should have the option to choose the best school for their child.
Oh yeah.
That is facts. That is correct. That is correct.
So according to the school's website, Atlanta Unbound Academy is uniquely positioned to mirror the experience of historically Black colleges and universities. So tell me what that experience looks like to your students here at the Academy.
Yeah, that is a great question. I think it looks like what not only my childhood educational experience looks like growing up in the Bahamas, but also looks like what my experience was as a proud alumna of the illustrious Spelman College. And for us, like what that really looks like is getting kids to understand who they are and from whence they came.
Okay.
And so for us, that is making sure that we instill in our students a sense of pride, creating a safe environment for our students to think critically with compassion and have the courage to challenge perspectives. So one of the things that we do here that I'm really excited about, our whole tribe of teachers are so dedicated and so passionate specifically about social justice issues that are happening right now. In our 6th grade class last week, actually, they had a very in-depth debate about the Breonna Taylor case. And so that's something that may or may not have been able to happen if we did not create a safe space for students to just talk and just actually process. So our students actually watch a very short clip every single morning of a news recap of the previous day.
Right.
And we do that for a variety of reasons. One being our students need to know what's happening in the entire world.
Definitely.
So they are talking about the fires in California. They were just actually telling me something about that's happening in Australia that I knew nothing about.
Wow.
But the other part of that is for them to understand perspective. So what their incredible sixth grade teachers did was talk to them about and getting their opinions and perspectives on why are certain news channels broadcasting the Breonna Taylor case the way they are.
Gotcha.
And so just being able to create a space for students to be self-aware, be proud of who they are, understand why certain narratives are out there, and most importantly, being able to challenge those narratives.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like how you use that word tribe in there. That definitely, I can see it resonating with your culture here. All right, so with that being said, right, so the charter schools are required to follow the same academic standards imposed by the state regulatory boards, right?
Yes.
How does that affect your curriculum? And also, what unique approaches do you and the teachers here at Atlanta Unbound Academy take to really gravitate and hold your students?
Yeah, so we do, so our teachers actually did a 6-week training course in the summer. And what that 6-week training course did was actually, instead of just, here is this math curriculum, here is this reading curriculum, go and teach it.
Right.
What we do is we actually break down standards.
Okay.
So all of our teachers have the opportunity to sit down with each other and collaborate to actually look at this one specific standard and understand what are all of the skills that a student needs to learn in order to master the standard.
Right.
In addition to that, our students have what we call teach back clinics, where they actually practice what they are going to teach with their peers, with myself, with the associate director, who is an amazing instructional coach, and their peers, as well as our instructional leadership team, gives teachers feedback to ensure that the first time that you're teaching a lesson is not when you're in front of the kids.
Right.
Gotcha.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
That's pretty awesome, the way how y'all take your time to really distribute the curriculum to the kids to
Yeah.
make sure they understand it fully. And when the teachers come in front of the kids, it's like, we've been doing this a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So they feel comfortable
Yes.
giving the information out. That sounds pretty cool, pretty cool.
Yeah, and then we take that data. So our teachers collect data consistently, and they rework the data for the very next day. So our students are truly getting individualized data-driven instruction.
Right.
Wow.
Okay, cool. I mean, it's fantastic what you and your team have been able to build here. So I know you have a little tour set up for us.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm excited to see everything. Let's go.
I'm excited to show you all.
Appreciate that. Yeah, let's make it happen.
Awesome. We can actually start the tour right here. This is one of my favorite hallways.
Okay.
So if I wanted to take a note here to be specific, because these are all of the very just creative artists who dedicated their time to Atlanta Unbound Academy. And I specifically want to highlight the first name, Tatum Blue. Follow her on Instagram at Tatum Blue. She is a rising 6th grade, so she'll be a 6th grade student here next year.
Okay.
But she, along with her father and a group of very creative artists here in the city of Atlanta, sketched everything out and spent time and just really dedicated the artwork to what the experiences of Black and brown kids.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
I walked in and I was so surprised.
You're blown away, I bet you.
Blown away.
It's
I did not give a creative direction. I did not say what I wanted. They talked with me about what the mission and the vision of the school was, and Tatum said, "All right, I got it."
I like especially how they capture like the lockers.
Yes.
That's one aspect I like of it. I also like this guy right here. The colors, the red, gold, and green. Because back in the Caribbean, that's like a really prominent.
Rasta.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I like that. No,
Yes.
that's pretty awesome right here.
Yeah. And then here, so at the bottom here is our actual values: compassion, courage, and critical thinking. And so what the artist did here, this is the one scene that Tatum actually did tell me about. I was really, really excited to see it, which is a playground scene of just what she sees Black and brown children looking like today.
Okay.
Artwork is, like they say, is in the eye of the beholder.
Yes,
And
yes.
so I think what is really, really cool is I'm sure the three of us could stand here and look at this and see three completely different
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
different things.
But we could agree on one thing. It's beautiful.
Yes,
Definitely,
it is.
definitely.
It is.
I like that the
Oh,
African too.
I know.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing. It's
I
my favorite
love
thing.
the pic. I think for me, what I see a lot in this is something that reminds me of something that's angelic and innocent.
Very
That-
innocent.
yes.
And I love that because in today's society, we don't always see Black and brown children depicted as children and
Yep.
innocent.
Correct.
So that's
Correct.
something that I really love about this piece here. Yeah, and so this wall, we absolutely believe in exposing our kids to colleges at a very, very early age. So you'll see throughout the building, we have on this floor as well as upstairs just a host of different colleges. My favorite, Spelman, my alma mater. But yeah, so the goal is one for our teachers to also just highlight and celebrate the colleges that they went to, and then
Yes.
to expose our students to a variety of different types of colleges.
Cool. Sounds pretty awesome. Like that.
And so this is one of our kindergarten classrooms. As you can see, we are big on technology. So there is a smart board in every single classroom. We have some that are mounted, and we have some that are actually rolling.
Okay.
So it's an opportunity for our teachers to be able to expose our kids to different types of media. So they connect their computers up, and kids can actually come and touch and do all sorts of fun things.
Oh, that's pretty.
So no chalkboard, no having to erase.
Right, no having to erase. But students do have individual whiteboards.
Oh,
so
nice.
they have their individual whiteboards and dry erase markers.
Right, yeah.
So they sit and they're like, this is my answer. So it gives them an opportunity to write as well as expose them to different types of media.
No, that's
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
I've gotten chalk all over several uniforms. So this is good.
Yes. So this is my favorite part of the school, and probably every other kid's favorite part of school. This is our playground area where our kids do recess right after lunch. Teachers can also come out here and do really fun just movement breaks with kids. So this is our playground.
We all know kids have a lot of energy.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and we have lots of space for them to get those wiggles out.
There you have it, folks. Atlanta Unbound Academy, empowering students who achieve intellectually, interpret the world critically, and dream beyond measure. So, thank you so much for having us here.
Thank you for joining us.
So, on behalf of our official sponsor, Caribbean Clothing, we wanted to give you this gift.
Thank you. I will wear it with pride.
Nice.
Oh yeah, always rooting for everyone West Indian.
Definitely. So Alaina, with that being said, tell our folks, our audience out there, how they could reach you, your website, and all your social media handles.
Yes, so thank you guys so much for coming out once again. You can reach us at www.atlantaunboundacademy.org, and that is also our Instagram and Facebook handles. So I know it's a really long name, atlantaunboundacademy.org. We are enrolling kindergarten and 6th grade this year. And then for the following school year, we are enrolling kindergarten, 1st grade, 6th, and 7th grade. Thank you.
Sounds good. So, Alaina, on behalf of the Caribbean Network, I would like to thank you and Atlanta Unbound Academy for hosting and having us here today.
And I would like to thank you all for coming and joining us here and learning more about Atlanta Unbound Academy.
It was an absolute
Thank
pleasure. You. So, as usual, you guys can find us at www.TheCaribbeanNetWorth.com, and you guys can check us out on Instagram at TheCaribbeanNetWorth. So, I'm Keela.
I'm Benzo,
and
we are your hosts for the Caribbean
Network.
And now, it's time for the Cariblingo Word of the Day.
And now it's time for the Cariblingo Word of the Day.
Today's Cariblingo Word of the Day is bossy.
Bossy is being extremely boastful or just over the top, like doing too much.
And as you said, doing too much. Jamaica is a country that uses bossy. Belize uses bossy. 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 That's the bossy.
Yeah, we all know she can't sing, but good try. We out.
Take me back to the Caribbean, take me back to the Caribbean, take me back to the Caribbean, take me back to the Caribbean. The place feeling nice and breezy, yeah. The vibes feeling cool and breezy, yeah. I feel a cool breeze, a nice breeze, fresh breeze, Caribbean breeze. Gotta get away, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've been locked in, tuck away, yeah. Gotta get loose, gotta break free, yeah. I need to feel a West Indian breeze, yeah. I gotta fill up on my culture, reconnect to my structure. fresh breeze. Caribbean breeze.
We are doing a drive to keep the Caribbean Networth healthy and sustainable. If you are happy with our content and wish to help us keep the Caribbean Networth's voice going strong, please support us by contributing to TheCaribbeanNetWorth.com/donate. Your contribution will help fund our production and allow us to produce high-quality, independent media that uplifts our Caribbean culture. Anyone who donates $100 or more will receive a Carib Lingo t-shirt. So please, help keep us sustainable by visiting TheCaribbeanNetWorth.com/donate. With your donation, we will build strong, Caribbean-centric media together.